Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin. Today we are looking at something very unique. We are looking at a large abandoned steel mill in the US. Now, we are not going to see even a fraction of this thing because it is so massive. And honestly, it was such a pain to get into. Lots of walking. But I'm going to go ahead and take you around some of the area here, starting with what is probably the coveted view here, and that is one of the big blast furnaces. So let's go ahead and get out front here. And there it is. Massive abandoned blast furnace. Look at it, look at how tall it is. It's an absolute monster. We'll get closer to it just to give you an idea of how tall it is. I mean, that goes on and on and on. So that's like the main view here that a lot of people come to see is the blast furnace. But we're gonna go ahead and walk around here too. Like I said, we're not gonna see even really a fraction of this place because it would take all day and we just don't really have that time actually. So let's go ahead and check out this side. Don't think we've been in this side yet. As you can tell, there are lots of noises here. They have me a little bit on edge, won't lie. So while we're walking over, this place really has tons of Fallout vibes. Although as far as I'm aware, there aren't any blast furnaces in Fallout, except for maybe in the Pit DLC, but I can't remember. Oh wow, okay. Looks like we have a control room up here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Very subtle. Wow. Oh god, it smells so terrible in here. Ugh. Now I will say another reason that we're not checking out a lot of this place, other than how big it is my camera battery decided to go from 100 down to 25 without the camera being on. I do think this is the other blast furnace here. And again, can't really see this one all the way up, but again, it goes massive. Ooh. Okay, if we can get close enough to it, we can look inside. Oh, we can walk inside of it. Wow. Whoa. Well, I never thought I'd get to say that I was inside of a blast furnace and live to tell the tale. I don't know who Barry is, but Barry is dumb. Then, as you can see, I mean, there's lots of different levels. It goes all the way up. You guys know I do not do heights at all, so unfortunately we are not going to be going to the top or anything like that. But let's go ahead and see what's outside this door, because I'm not 100% sure. It's just more of the facility. It is an absolutely beautiful day out, I will say. Supposed to get into the high 90s later, so we did this super early in the morning because it's already warm. I'm already sweating. It was like a 1.5 mile walk to get in here. Definitely don't want to be that in the heat. So yeah. And just so you know that we're dedicated to our craft, we slept in a car last night. So let's go ahead, and there's one more area I know for sure I can show you guys. So let's go over there. Now I will say, I'm sure it's somewhat being picked up on the camera. There's a nice breeze growing through all these buildings. Honestly, I wonder if this is an entrance to it. So, yeah. Just an incredibly nice breeze, really helping cool us down. Okay, we'll enter from the street level just because I don't want to have to deal with more grass and pricklies than I have to. So, the history of this place, I'll admit, I don't know super well. It opened years and years ago, to the point where these structures could be considered Victorian, at least some of them. And it was partway in operation, I believe, until about 2008. Then another half of it was in operation until more recently in 2021. However, the company that owns at least half this pavilion just got bought out. I think they're just waiting on the details to finalize. So there is a possibility that one half of this could reopen. Not the half that we're in, since the site has been abandoned longer and is not owned by the company that just got bought out. But there is a possibility. Granted, it is probably slim. However, I know the local town would be very happy for this to reopen, because it brought a lot of jobs to them and then consequentially took them away in the end. So I actually haven't been in here. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. Ooh, it doesn't look the best. We're gonna tread very carefully. Oh wow. Oh wow, look at that. That is definitely powerful. Woo. Let's see if the 3-skip control room's open. Nope. And I'm guessing no still. Got an old phone. I mean, like I said, it goes up and up and up. And as you can tell, there's lots of noises, things falling, stuff like that. So, I am a bit on edge, I won't lie. Okay. So yeah. I believe Lucy told me these were the stoves that would heat up to around 3,000 degrees, and then their heat would be blasted into the blast furnace. Now, I could have what she told me completely wrong, but if I'm remembering right, that's what she said. So yeah, just a cool little area. I mean, those aren't as impressive as the actual blast furnace, but they are a vital part of the equipment here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that is not going to be opened. So yeah. I've only got 10% battery remaining, so unfortunately we are going to have to end this soon, but I'm hoping we can get back to the main blast furnace with the battery I have left. And at the end of this, I will probably put some clips that were taken earlier of us like getting in and walking around the facility and pseudo exploring, along with a power area we took a look at, but really wasn't much to explore. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, stick around. But if not, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And I will see you guys next time with a brand new video. Thanks for watching.